Today, we'll analyse The Economist's 2025 cover. It's become a tradition to see how this magazine depicts the year ahead. This time, the cover combines both promising developments and a sense of anxiety, showing a more sombre and uncertain future. But there are some hidden messages embedded in this design that are quite interesting. Stick around to the end, especially the conclusion, to catch them. The cover is packed with symbols, figures, and graphics that reference important events, controversial issues, and predictions for 2025. The design is quite similar to last year's cover, but while the previous year's palette used contrasting and more pleasing colours, this year leans toward a darker theme, featuring much more subdued tones. The imagery is designed to evoke a sense of gloom, especially with the use of reds, a colour that signals alarm and danger, and blacks, which signify uncertainty and darkness. The composition is divided into blocks, as though the world is in chaos. For the first time in recent years, this cover seems like a continuation of last year's, suggesting a direct connection to the past and the changes expected to unfold. Let's break it down and analyse it piece by piece. At first glance, the most striking feature is Donald Trump's image, placed right in the center. This suggests that Trump's return in 2025 will be one of the most impactful global events. His comeback will likely influence everything from immigration, defense, and economy to trade policies. This will raise questions about the stability of American alliances, and tensions may escalate to the point of even nuclear threats. On the cover, some figures and symbols are highlighted within red frames, while others are shown in black frames, signaling their importance. For example, Volodymyr Zelensky seems to have lost his relevance on the world stage, while Putin still grabs attention with his actions and statements. Recently, Putin approved a proposal stating that Russia could use nuclear weapons if it faces attacks from ballistic missiles, drones, or aircraft, and warned that he wouldn't hesitate to use them if NATO members attack. The images near Putin include symbols like the atomic sign and a fusion reaction, alluding to nuclear threats. In the center of the cover, there's a large image of a rocket, likely a reference to nuclear missile threats, which blends with the dark theme. The magazine seems to be warning the public about the rising threat of nuclear conflict. A hidden detail is the inclusion of Jane Austen's image at the bottom. Austen, a famous 18th century author, is known for critiquing societies that prioritize rank and appearance over moral values. Her image is deliberately placed at the bottom of the cover, suggesting that moral values are being trampled in today's world. Next to Austen's image is a raised fist, symbolizing resistance, a protest against the growing nuclear arsenals and the threat they pose to the entire world. The fist represents defiance against the looming danger that could affect not just one region, but all of humanity. This is further emphasized by the reference to the devastation of Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Above all, this is an image of Saturn, which has sparked numerous theories. The cover alludes to the fact that in 2025, Saturn's rings will align with Earth, a rare occurrence that some believe will trigger catastrophic events. There's a belief that a disaster follows such alignments, a theme present in a 1996 documentary. Historically, Saturn was worshipped, and although this practice has faded, some esoteric and occult groups still associate the planet with time and transformation. Another intriguing detail is the alignment of the image of Earth and Saturn, which, when examined closely, looks similar to the abbreviation for $1 trillion. The cover poses the question, will the $1 trillion gamble work? Which raises interesting points about artificial intelligence and future crises. Towards the end of the design, the cover depicts an image of an eye surrounded by wires, representing a mind being controlled or influenced. In 2025, the eye is shown as free, yet more dangerous, with the nuclear symbol intensifying the threat. The visual communicates the idea that the world is approaching a countdown to catastrophe, with a nuclear war seemingly inevitable. This war could bring humanity back to an age reminiscent of our cave-dwelling ancestors. Another significant theme is the predicted solar flares in 2025, which are likely to have a major impact on human life. A massive solar flare could cause worldwide disruption, potentially plunging civilization into the Stone Age. The cover also hints at the increasing reliance on electric vehicles and their future problems, particularly the issue of dependency on electricity in an unstable world. Throughout the cover, many smaller details and political figures can be observed. However, the most important aspect is a human face hidden among all these symbols. If you look closely, you'll notice that the mouth reflects a sense of anger or ambition, and one of the eyes appears abnormal, almost as if this figure symbolizes something much darker. This human form stands at the center of all the chaos, hinting at the idea of control. In a previous version of this cover, the eye's imagery was connected to brain-like designs, suggesting it was feeding off ideas or influencing them. However, in this year's cover, the eye is freed, possibly indicating that the control has shifted and this figure is now the ultimate power. This figure could be seen as a representation of the Antichrist, a being that appears human but is marked by one blind eye, a symbol of the coming apocalypse, which is referenced across multiple religions and belief systems. What are your thoughts about this cover? Will everything in this magazine be live in 2025? This year, we will all witness these together. That's it for now. If there is any detail I missed, please feel free to mention it in the comments, and if you want to support the channel, do not forget to like the video. I am Unspecified, take care, and see you next time.